Good afternoon, it is Monday the 24th, this is Eyes on Crypto, back with another video. We're going to jump straight into cryptocurrency news. We're going to be looking at the current state of the market, the effect of the coronavirus is having on the world economy, and what is happening in macro environments with stocks and shares, gold, etc. We also have some news out of Russia regarding some new legislation rise, and we're going to have a look at the EOS network and what's going on there. Right, if we have a look at the 7 days, we can see a lot of red as the last weekend and Thursday, Friday we saw these big drops, and obviously this is now reflected from that daily effect into the 7-day outlook. Bitcoin is currently at 9,748, below the big 5-digit 10k that everyone was jizzing their pants about. Ethereum's holding strong in the 260s, 270s mark. Dominance is still below 300, so all that exuberance the last couple of weeks has kind of come and gone. 62.8% on Bitcoin dominance, ETH still stays at 10.4, and the volume is, let's have a look at the volume a bit more different. We have pretty standard, so it's not been out of the ordinary. If we have a look at the crypto feed and greed index though, we're back into the 40s. People are very negative when it comes to cryptocurrency at the moment. 10k is such a psychological barrier, so when it drops back down, those fair weather cryptocurrency enthusiasts, those hoping to make a quick buck, get scared and bail. If we have a quick look at the chart, so we can see this week has been a little bit of a stabilizing in this 9,000 range. The green line is the support from way back when, and we're just bouncing around it. The golden cross occurred a few days ago, and our pink line was just taking that accelerated trend and extrapolating it further, and it seems that that has run out of steam at present. But as always with Bitcoin, ups and downs are part of the system. Like I've said in my previous videos, some sideways action for a little bit would be nice, just to imply some stability and confidence before moonshotting upwards. That's what I'd like to see. Like I said, I'm always bullish, but I'm long-term bullish. This is what everyone's anticipating, halving, which is here in May. So if we bounce long before halving and then shoot up, or get some pre-halving hype again and it shoots up, that'd be great, but I'm holding for years, so we'll leave it. Looking into news, coronavirus, here on this BBC News article, increasing in media hype with global pandemic. Italy, South Korea are the two major countries featuring in the news cycle at the moment. Italy's gone pretty extreme with full military involvement, having barracks ready and things to house people for quarantine and stuff. Even though the numbers and cases are low, they've gone full clampdown, as if an event popped up in EU4 or something. It's like, nope, quarantine the province, let's get everyone involved. And because of this coronavirus fear, and obviously the delay of the impact it has in China on like the mass market and production, stock markets are responding to the Asian markets dropping, so the European markets have opened today have dropped. Obviously being Mondays will be an interesting week to see if this is a trend that occurs. Stocks, equities and shares and stuff at the moment are massively inflated anyway, but as you can see here in this article, what I've got from CNN, some stats, S&P is down 2.7%, futures for the Nasdaq are down 3%, the Dow closed 228 points lower, so it's general fear in this market. Also regarding gold, considered as a safe asset, it's hit a high of late. Whether this trend will continue, and a lot of people are hoping that Bitcoin is digital gold, but whether money will start to flow into other safe assets, whether or not you can argue Bitcoin is a safe asset, it's a hedge against global economic uncertainty for sure, but is it as safe as gold? Probably not, because gold is a multi-trillion dollar cap, while Bitcoin is still small. But we shall see. Moving on to Russia and FCB, which is a branch of the government that has a lot of influence regarding money, is essentially suggesting that they ban cryptocurrency payments. So while holding, owning, using exchanges and trading things online, you'll not see in Russia being able to buy Bitcoin, being able to buy coffee with Bitcoin or simple point of exchange things. It's not going to happen just yet, which is unfortunate, but it's not banning cryptocurrency at all, and obviously it's economic method to make sure the ruble remains the currency for day-to-day exchanges and the people and not something else, but interesting nonetheless. Moving on to EOS, of which I used to be a big advocate for, but bailed post that big July voice announcement. Coinbase has essentially been slagging them off with the recent rise in the CPU problems and demand and people not being able to get transactions and being locked out, being able to make two things because they just don't have enough CPU resource. Has been highlighted. I mean, EOS does have some advantages, but unfortunately I think they've just lost their momentum and have gone the wrong way. That's why I bailed and have become a Bitcoin maximalist. But it's again, infighting and tribalism is bad for the crypto space. We all need to remember that the enemy is the dollar and fiat and pounds and the yuan, and I think they're the problems. So I don't really want projects to fail because there are elements of EOS that have merit and there are elements that do not. That's the case with all blockchains, but due to free trade and free market, those that are successful will rise to the top, and unfortunately some products are going to disappear, and there we are. And finally, the last thing, a bit of positive news at least, but blockchain and cryptocurrency has been featured in one of the latest Simpsons episodes. While it's semi-mocking, it does actually explain if you watch it. It's not hard to Google, just Google YouTube Bitcoin Simpsons, and it talks about what it is and makes a prediction that it's the coin of the future. And the Simpsons is known to been right in a few things. Like, for example, this Trump is the president before Lisa is in an episode, and yeah, but it's interesting nonetheless to see it in a more mainstream area. And obviously, the more people are talking about it, the more we're one step closer to more adoption. Well, that's me for today. Thank you very much. I've been Eyes on Crypto, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.